How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having an excellent day. Today we're going to be looking at some 6-star attacks. If you were watching my previous video, we showed the first 3 attacks using the baby dragons and the cart strategy. But now we're going to be trying to look at some different bases and see when to use the archers or when to use the baby dragons. So here we are taking a look, dropped down a little bit, lost one more defense. Going to be do some pushing off camera, see how high I can get with my defenses currently, but sitting here at number 77 in the United States, and globally should be around 400, top 400. Yeah, 423. Perfect. So let's jump into the attack now that I've gotten the almost like street cred credentials out of the way. Know what I'm talking about a little bit, so at least I can take out these bases around 6,000. So here we are going to be using the classic version of the cannon cart strategy with the archers. Why is that? One, we can see that all of the defenses that outrange the cannon carts are on the exterior of the base. If all of them are on the exterior of the base, then you might as well use the archers and just take out those defenses and have a pretty easy time. You always want to use the battle chopper 99% of the time, so it can take out at least 1 or 2 of the defenses, usually an archer tower and the giant cannon. You always want to deploy 1 archer at a time. And then you also want to look and see, sometimes the cannon carts will actually splash onto the defense that is like right next to them, and sometimes the archer tower or the giant cannon or the lava launcher, multi-mortar, they'll be at around half health. So sometimes you only need 1 archer to help finish them off. So you always want to be watching on this attack. It is more time consuming and more strategic, but it is technically the most powerful strategy. So I highly recommend trying it out on easy bases when you spot and see that all of the longer range defenses are on the exterior of the base. Try it out. Definitely recommend the cannon carts be maxed out. This is one of those strategies where you can very easily time fail, and you can very easily be hitting traps. Like there at the end, I was kind of running out of time, so I just sort of sent everything on that giant cannon to take it out. Now on the second stage, sometimes there'll be Teslas on the exterior of the base, so always want to be careful. If a Tesla does pop, just change the mortar onto their mobile mode. Sometimes they'll take out the Tesla in time, sometimes not, depending on the health they have. But once you take out those traps, cannon carts absolutely demolish the second stage. Like, it is crazy. Essentially, I brought in 1 baby dragon just to fire breath and take out all those zappies, because really the only threat to the cannon carts on the second stage usually is the 1 or 2 defenses that outrange it, and then those zappies. Those things hurt. So here we're taking a look at another attack where I brought archers. Now why is that? Because all the archer towers and the lava launcher can be taken out because they are touching the exterior of the base. The archers can shoot over 2 tiles, so the defenses can even be 1 tile in behind a wall, and the archers will still get them. If they are 2 tiles behind a wall, the archers will not be able to take them out. Outranges them. But sometimes, if you destroy all the defenses, the cannon carts can shoot over a 2-tile gap and hit the 3rd tile. So they can potentially 1v1, typically an archer tower. They typically do lose the 1v1 versus a giant cannon, and then sometimes they can win the 1v1 versus a multi-mortar and a lava launcher. You always want to also watch out for the guard post troops. If you keep your cannon carts on the mortar mode, they will surely die to the barbarian and the archer. So you always want to try and swap them over. A maxed out guard post barbarian is quite annoying, so you might even consider dropping 2 cannon carts on that side. But really, the name of the game is that as soon as you clear out the trash buildings, you send in the archers, take out the defenses that outrange the cannon carts, then you always constantly have to be moving those cannon carts in closer and closer and closer. Every single cannon cart attack, I typically have like 5 or 10 seconds left. Like, it is very, very close, and it's only because I am moving them in closer constantly. So the more maxed out the base is, the more HP everything has. It gets very, very close sometimes. But if you can manage the time correctly, if you have a good plan for the base, this strategy is ridiculously strong. So here we are focusing on the final defense that can outrange the cannon carts. Of course, a Tesla pops and is now pushing the cannon cart within range of the cannon, but our battle machine is distracting, so we do end up losing that cart. No big deal, but we take out the multi-mortar, and then we had a couple of archers left over to take out the giant cannon. We do mess up on this cannon cart. We got slightly too close in range, and then of course we find some bombs, so heavily trapped. Looks like this defender was expecting something similar to the strategy, but we are able to take out this last cannon. And typically, as soon as the cannon carts get in range of the cannon, like when their radius is actually touching the defense, you're good to go. So we are running out of time, so might as well send in the baby dragons on the remaining firecrackers. 1 breath for the zappies, and 1 breath, because why not? So that's pretty much the standard version of the carts and archers. Now let's look at one where I like to use the baby dragon variation. Why is that? So these archer towers can be taken out, no problem. But this pesky lava launcher is in the center of the base. Same with the giant cannon. So we don't have really a good way to take them out with archers. You can pretty much sacrifice cannon carts if you want, but if you bring in 3 baby dragons, you can have a really good time. Especially, usually it's when your battle chopper can take out 1 or 2 of the defenses that outrange the cannon carts. A lot of times, 2 of those defenses will be fairly close together, and if that area of the base is not protected with usually an air expo or a Mega Tesla or air bombs, then your chopper can take out that section very, very easily. So then you use the baby dragons to take out the archer towers and use their fire breath ability to splash into the core of the base to take out the pesky interior defenses. So here we've got 1 more baby dragon left over. Going to take out this archer tower, and then we do have 1 archer tower left, but since our battle chopper is a high enough level, it's able to survive just long enough to take out the archer tower. And then unfortunately, maybe if it was a little maxed out, it might have had enough juice to take out the lava launcher. But with essentially 1 HP left, the lava launcher, while it can be annoying and damage the cannon carts, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm sort of using this one as a distraction while this cannon cart takes out the builder hall, and then getting everybody closer to the roaster, and then just a couple more hits, the next retarget takes out that lava launcher for a very nice 3-star on the first stage. And we have 2 cannon carts left, so we can bring in 2 baby dragons. We only have the multi-mortar that can outrange the cannon carts. And then we do have to be careful of Teslas. Unfortunately, we did find a Tesla. And then the guard post troops distracted the battle machine and the cannon cart. So I opted to invest in a baby dragon on the fly, because I saw that this auto outpost was going to be going down pretty quickly. So would have been a little close if we didn't take out the multi-mortar. Would have been a race to the finish to see if they can outrange it and take it out in time. But luckily, the baby dragon had just enough juice left over to take it out. So If we didn't hit that one trap, would have been a very clean 6-star. Or if we didn't hit that one Tesla. But as long as your cannon carts survive, this is a really, really good strategy. Because in theory, you'll have, if you bring 3 cannon carts or 4 cannon carts, those cannon carts will survive onto the next stage. So that's just extra camp space, and then you can kind of play around with the last 2 and see if you can bring baby dragons or hog or archers, whatever you want. So hopefully this video is helpful. It's going to be one of my top strategies that I use. This video should come out at the start of the season, so my plan is to pretty much use mass baby dragon spam or these baby dragons and cart strategy. Not a huge fan of the P.E.K.K.A.s, and I'm now currently upgrading the hogs, so I might be able to include some hogs in the future. But there are a couple more videos on the screen if you want to keep on watching. And if you want to help support me, I encourage you to like and subscribe. Helps me out a bunch. We are approaching the 1,000 subscriber mark, and I'll be doing a Q&A video on my Discord. The link is in the description. Any questions you want, past, present, future, gaming, life, whatever you guys want to learn more about me, I'll be happy to answer. And I'm going to try and answer all the questions, so make sure to hop in and ask a question if you are curious. Until next time, take care.